Ketamine is a dissociative anesthetic that in sub-anesthetic doses can create a unique therapeutic window. Unlike traditional antidepressants that may take weeks to work, if they work at all, ketamine often produces rapid, measurable improvements in mood, especially for people struggling with treatment-resistant depression or PTSD.
I was diagnosed with treatment-resistant major depression over 15 years ago. Before that and since, I have tried everything from multiple antidepressants, electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, various psychotherapies and drug trials, etc., but nothing ever seemed to bring much relief. Most of my adult life I have felt there is just something very wrong with me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Ketamine infusions are the first thing I have tried, where I can honestly say I've felt a change from this perspective, and that there just might be hope for my future. There is simply no other treatment out there that comes close to the impact ketamine can have.
During the induction phase, we typically administer a series of sessions close together. Each session builds upon the previous to help jumpstart the process of neuroplasticity, the brain's natural ability to form new connections. In this state, many patients are able to break free from long-held negative thought patterns that once felt immovable. We don't view ketamine as a magic cure, it's a catalyst. The setting, intention, and support surrounding each session matter just as much as the medicine itself. We call this the therapeutic container, a safe space where the mind can explore and release without judgment.
IV ketamine saved my life. I've struggled with PTSD and depression throughout my life, but in my 30s, things got worse. Some days I would wake up and think, oh, this again, resigned to a numb, hopeless depression. Other days, I would wake up ruminating, overwhelmed, and afraid. I had tried talk therapy, somatic therapies, EMDR, yoga, a partial hospitalization program, and over a dozen medications. It all helped some, but I was still struggling. I felt broken, stuck, and alone. I wanted to be better, and it's not that I didn't have people who cared. In fact, on my hardest days, the only thing that kept me going was knowing I would hurt people if I ended things. But I didn't think that excuse would keep working. I was just in so much pain. Now, it's been a few years, so I don't recall the order of events exactly, but two things happened. I had seen a documentary or segment about a man who had a miraculous recovery from depression because of IV ketamine treatments every few weeks. And I had also heard from a friend how helpful IV ketamine had been for both her chronic pain and her mental health. At some point I thought, well, if it helped them and nothing else has worked, I should give it a try. I asked my friend about the process and about the clinic she had gone to. I set up an intake appointment. I remember thinking, if this doesn't work, I have exhausted my options. The effect of the treatments was drastic and almost immediate. I remember a day within a few weeks of my initial series. I went to bed early after having a good day. There wasn't anything very big or special that happened that day. It was just a simple, good day. I cried. I hadn't had a day like that in so long. I hadn't cried in so long. I felt alive again. It felt good. Over the next few months, I kept improving. Under supervision of my psychiatric provider, I weaned off of some of my medications. Every few months, if things started feeling bad again, I would take it as a cue to make an appointment at the clinic. My chronic pain issues improved as well. The time between treatments feeling necessary grew longer and longer, to the point where I believe, at the time of this writing, it's been at least 6 months since my last infusion. I have taken an indefinite break from talk therapy, which was an idea my therapist floated because I was doing so well, so consistently, for so long. I met and fell in love with a special person who, in a strange twist of fate, understood my journey very well. They had also moved on from some big pain, with the help of IV ketamine therapy. I, of course, still have days where I don't feel great. I still have some struggles, but the life I live right now is not something I could have imagined for myself even 3 years ago. I wake up some days genuinely excited for the day ahead. My life has so much laughter and simple enjoyment. I am so grateful to the staff and providers at the IV ketamine clinic, Imagine Healthcare, who helped me get here. I hope that others who are struggling like I did are able to find and benefit from this treatment.
After each session, we focus on integration. That's where the real work often happens. Integration helps translate the insights from a non-ordinary state into meaningful, lasting change. Whether through talk therapy, journaling, or simply having someone to help make sense of it all, this support is essential to healing. After the induction phase, some clients enter a maintenance phase. This might mean a session every few weeks or months, depending on the person. We tailor this process carefully to each individual's needs, because healing isn't one size fits all. Our goal is always long-term stability and a return to thriving.
IV ketamine has been life-changing for me. As a former police officer, it was a big leap of faith to undergo such treatment, and I wouldn't have been able to do so without the Access Fund. For years, I struggled with depression and PTSD while attempting to treat the disorders with standard treatments and medication, which continuously failed and left me frustrated. While searching for answers, I learned of psychedelic therapy and IV ketamine. I still have a long journey ahead, but I finally have a piece of myself back.
The Illinois Psychedelic Society created the Access Fund to remove financial barriers to healing. So many of the people we serve had tried everything before psychedelic therapy, and most couldn't afford it without support. This year, we're raising $50,000 to expand access to life-saving treatment for veterans, parents, first responders, and anyone for whom healing has always felt just out of reach. You can be the reason someone finds their way back to life. Please, give what you can and share this story. Healing is possible. Help us make it accessible. Donate now.